welcome to the Finance Gym Action Plan for a Better Life with Money video series. If you're ready to not just know better, but to do better with your money, you've come to the right place. And today's topic, one of my favorites, record keeping. It's actually not really one of my favorites. I like record keeping, but given a choice on a Saturday, do I want to go hang out on the river, go for a bike ride, or do record keeping? I think the choice is pretty obvious. But what it came down to for me is, do I want a peaceful, healthy, successful financial life? Well, that's what I wanted. And the conclusion I came to is I had to do more record keeping than I was doing. And for many of you, you're probably going to have to too. Not for forever, but definitely for a while. So I'm going to talk a little bit about record keeping today, and I'm going to show you this super fun way of record keeping to just give you an example of what might work for you. I get asked the question all the time, what's the best record keeping system? What should I be using? Well, there's no one answer. It's just not that way. So my answer is, what record keeping system do you think is the most fun? And if your answer is none, well then, what record keeping system do you hate the least? Because the truth is, you just have to pick something you're going to use. And whether that's Quicken, or Mint, or Excel, or a butcher paper, or just writing it down the old-fashioned way in a ledger, I've seen so many people be successful in all of those modalities. And you really just have to pick which one is gonna be maybe not fun, but why not try to make it fun? And so this is the thing that Cassie did to make hers fun. She was a client in our finance boot camps and very creative, and there was no way she was going to put everything of hers in Quicken. So she said, well, I'm going to go home and I'm going to put this butcher paper up on the wall where her kids could see it in the dining room and start keeping track of when money came in and when money went out so that she could get a feel for it. And so what I'm going to show you is extremely simplistic, 4,000 something every single month. By the end of the year, it's very easy to see she's brought in $48,000. And she was kind of writing down what she'd spend money on, but just the big swaths, nothing specific. Who cares if you spent $3 at Starbucks? What's really important is at the end of a month where you made $4,200, did you spend $4,600 or did you spend $3,800? Those are really the most important questions. So she did the same thing with this blue line here as her spending, and you can see, like most Americans, she ends up kind of living paycheck to paycheck all month long, or all year long. Some months are different. Some months are better than others. Some months are worse. And then the same thing with tracking where your debt is. Take a look at the beginning of your year. So for her, she had $49,000 worth of debt. And if you're living paycheck to paycheck and not really putting a dent in it, which is what she was doing, she's going to end up with $49,000 of debt at the end of the year. But if she can shave this blue line down and start tracking the reduction of her debt, you can draw it up here and see it. In a lot of ways, I think this is almost more valuable to do this where you can see it. And last but not least, track your savings. So she didn't have any savings at all. She was totally living paycheck to paycheck. But what she did have was retirement, which is a form of savings. So $35,000 in her 401k, and it was just inching up. By the end of the year, she's at $38,000. So there's nothing rocket science about this. It doesn't take that long. I pulled that together and drew that in less than 5 minutes. It'll take you just a little bit longer, but not all that much longer. And here's the thing, just having that up there, isn't that a lot better information than you had 5 minutes ago? Are you going to get better information by using an Excel spreadsheet or a Quicken software? Absolutely. But is having that much greater detailed information going to impact the changes that you're trying to make? Maybe. I think that remains to be seen as you kind of move through the work that we're doing here together. For some of you, you're going to have to drill into the details. But for a lot of you, this big picture view is really all you need to do. So get your colored pens out, some butcher paper, and have some fun. And as always, you don't have to do this alone. In one of the chapters in the book, Date Night with Your Money, I talk about the importance of grouping together with your community or an accountability partner. Come be a part of our community. Sign up at www.thefinancegym.com, subscribe to our YouTube videos, or join us over on our Facebook private group, The Finance Gym Action Plan.